What's up, BLN family? We back again with another video, and today I got my partner Bristol, and he got a special guest on the show. He goes by the name of Mr. Accumulative Jake on IG. I'm gonna tag his Instagram at the bottom when we get done with this video. So, Mr. Bristol, I'm gonna let you go ahead and introduce our guest for today.
Yeah, this is Mr. Jacob Carter, aka Accumulate_Jake on IG, aka the Crypto God.
Nah, I'm not all that, man.
The serial entrepreneur.
I might be that, but I don't know about that other part, man.
A writer.
I just be chilling.
Yeah. All around, he's just a good brother. I found him. He's my BWO cousin. But yeah, he got some serious game about the crypto, y'all. I took a little position in some stuff after following him for like a week, and that joint doubled. I was mad I didn't put enough money in. I think that same play, he took like 1,000 to like 11,000. So I just want to give y'all an idea, like, we ain't bringing nobody on here that's just foo faking, you know what I'm saying? My guy right here is legit. He know all about these coins. I think what we want to start off though, like, the craze is on Bitcoin. We just want to like tap that, maybe Ethereum, Dogecoin, and then like I want to hear that NFT game that you got with the gaming and all that stuff. Like,
for sure,
kind of how you buy it, because Coinbase they whack.
Yeah.
And so that throw a lot of people.
They're not whack, but when you done saying everything, I'll touch on those things that you're talking about, bro.
Yeah,
they're not whack, but I get what you mean.
They restrictive, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna let you kind of go at it though, cause you got the knowledge. So
nah, I appreciate it, man. First, I appreciate y'all having me on your platform, man. Like, I'm honored to be here. Like, I ain't done an interview, man, since my book. Like, that's a lot, and that was years ago. So, I appreciate y'all reaching out. I appreciate that y'all two, Black men doing it together, different ages working together. I think that's important. And the people are seeing that with y'all podcast. I respect it. You don't get to see a lot of what y'all doing. That's usually what people hear about. And I'm always like, I didn't even really know about them dudes, and people was telling me about them. And that's not no knock on them, because I think what they're doing is amazing and they deserve their credit. And they're two positive dudes, but I love seeing, more duos of Black men and then women and Black men working together. Like, I really think that's valuable. So you asked me about Bitcoin, I think was the first thing. Bitcoin, man, I was telling, people for a while to get Bitcoin. So I told people 2 summers ago to get Bitcoin. And my story is, I ain't perfect. I messed up a bag of money multiple times in my life. I touched a lot of money. And I got to a point where I went through issues with my house that I had. And that was like a real turning point for me. Like, battling these banks and stuff and seeing how they treat people just set me on a path of learning that, in conjunction with finally getting a job where I didn't have to work outside. And I got to see how the other side of the workforce lived. And I was like, these dudes got so much free time at work, and they was just doing nothing with it. And I was like, nah, I can't be sitting at no desk just doing nonsense. So I sat at my desk, man, and I with the help of my cousin, man, my little cousin, I do everything with him because his cousin, who's like one of my best friends, he's in the military still. I used to be in the military, and he's overseas. So I kind of like try to make sure I look out for him while he's away. Like, that's like my part I feel like I could do for him, because he do so much for me and growing up. And everything he do, I say, even if it sounds wild to me, I'm gonna do it. And he was like, we need to get into this crypto. But the catch to that is my little brother, who's super intelligent, and I appreciate him. He's a graphic designer. And back in 2013, 2014, my little brother was telling me about Bitcoin. And I listened. I was like, Bitcoin, what's that? He's like, it's this money you use digitally, and it's it used to be $1, and at the time it was like $200 to $300. And me and my little brother was working this contract, and we was getting per diem. We was getting a lot of free tax-free money. So my little brother had told me about this. We was in Hawaii, right? We was in Hawaii, like paradise. I had never been to Hawaii. I've been a lot of places. I ain't never been nowhere as nice as Hawaii. And we was there for a year. I was there for a year. He was there for like 7-8 months, right? But the 8 months he was there, he was telling me about it. And we had this money, he was making all this money. And I was just like, man, buy some of this Bitcoin. But I was really leaning on my little brother, because he's the tech person. He's the savvy one with the computer and all this stuff. And he's the one that brought it to my attention. My little brother, man, smart dude. And even he was just like, like, I don't know where we're gonna put it. because he was always worried about people. The big thing then was people were stealing your Bitcoin, really hacking you for it, right? Yeah. And we was in Hawaii. We was staying in we was literally staying like a mansion or something, right? Because we was getting per diem, so we could stay somewhere nice, be comfortable, and we didn't pull the trigger, right? And I always look back on it, and I'd be like, man, I wish we did. You know, my brother even gave me slack. He was like, Jake, like, bro, we ain't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't know. There was nobody like y'all out there to ask. There's nobody like me to ask. Like, it was just like this foreign thing, and it was very uncomfortable to know that you could spend thousands of dollars, get it snatched, or you could just make them. You could lose your money. Like, it's not even like nobody stole it. You could send it to the wrong address, and you're never getting it back. Ain't no customer support. Ain't nobody that's gonna be able to help you. That's not how Bitcoin works. You know, for anybody watching, listening. So that happened. 2014 came and went. I didn't own not one Bitcoin, and I kind of forgot about it. I ain't gonna lie. I low-key forgot about it. I just let it go. Like, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I thought at $300, $400 where it got eventually, that was, me and my brother was like, man, it ain't going no higher than that. Like, man, please. Ain't nobody even talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't hear nobody speaking about it. And that's the problem. Like, nobody was talking about it. But the smart people were talking about it. So now, fast forward to 2016, 17, my cousin, like I told you about, my little cousin who, you know, super close with him, you know, I just want to make sure he good. You know, he done live a little interesting life for a young man. He been through a lot, and I just want to make sure he good. I don't want him doing nothing by himself. I don't care what he do. I'm not gonna let him. So he was like, yo, cuz my boy is telling me about this XRP. I'm like, what the fuck is that? He's like, it's like Bitcoin. He's like, I know you know about Bitcoin because you always tell me about how you almost bought a whole bunch of it. Like, I could have probably bought like 50 Bitcoin. Me and my brother each could have probably got like 50 Bitcoin. Yeah, exactly. I feel every time I think about it, yo. Every time I think about it, I'm like, yo, that was would have shifted my. But I needed to learn the lesson. So I'm glad in hindsight that I didn't get it then, because that would have just made me. It might have been good, but I don't think I would have learned all that I learned when I went through what I went through. So my cousin tells me about it, and I had went for the first time in my life, right when he was telling me about it. I had went from not working for like 3 months. I had worked my whole life since I was like 16, and at 20, I think it was like 29, 30, around that time. 30, I'm 35 now. Like 29, I wasn't working. It was shifting my brain, man. And he telling me about it, and that's when I became cybersecurity, and that ties into crypto. And I got that job off of not knowing anything about cybersecurity, but just knowing about communication stuff. And I learned, I had to take this course, and they taught me about crypto. So, you know, I was a supervisor, and my cousin hit me up, and what happened was I just said, yo, all right, man. I was like, I should have did it before. I know Bitcoin is more than $200, $300. Mm-hmm. So we just started messing around, and this was at started getting serious at the end of 2017, because I like to research. So heard about this XRP thing, but we ain't pulled the trigger. Coinbase might have existed back in 2014, but me and my little brother didn't know. And if we would have known, it would have been a good thing, because I could have got a lot of Bitcoin. But so we really utilized Binance. Binance is not the same no more, though. Now it's Binance US. Binance US is trash. Like, I got a coin on there that made me some money, though. I got one coin on Binance US because I had no choice but to get it on Binance US. And that's the only reason I got it. And it's I don't even know if I told people about this coin. But I think I'd like doubled or tripled my money on this coin since I bought it like a few months ago, because of what it does. I'll talk about that maybe later if I remember. Okay. But it was just Binance, and we both went in on XRP, late as hell, and we both each picked a coin that we would each pick as our own, but we both were invested. So I picked TRX, and my cousin picked Verge Coin, XVG. And everybody thought Verge Coin was going to blow up because they got to deal with the porno industry. Mm-hmm. And everybody was like, yo, that's crazy, because now all these people that watch porn can secretly do it. they can do it. No, that's instead of your credit card statement saying porn, it's just going to say crypto, right? So you good. Like, oh, yeah, I bought some crypto. Like, you tell you, like, that's what they were doing. Like, husbands don't have to tell their wives. Wives don't have to tell their husbands. And, yo, the market tanked. The market hit its high like at the end of 2017, 2018. Everybody was hoping it would keep doing it. Nah, that joint just said, it came up a little bit. You got happy note. Even further, my daughter left.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that. Has there been a coin that just went
Bro, like, nah,
yeah.
none of them ever go dead. But yo, like, yo, that joint was like, yo, what the, like, it was like, yo, we were supposed to make money. We just lose it. And we was just like, nope, we didn't have an understanding. So we just thought it was just like, it's just taking a little break. We getting a better price. But nah, the joint was doing what they call a correction. And my little cousin, he kind of got annoyed with it, right? He got like, man, fuck this shit. Me, I was like, nah, I'm learning all this stuff in my cybersecurity job about cryptography. I'm dealing with it on a regular basis. This joint is a good technology that has existed since the 80s, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, Bitcoin been around since 2009. I knew about it in 2014. It's now 2017. It ain't no fluke, like everybody's saying. Like, these people are lying. And I would come across more information. And from 2016, 2017 to last year was 2020, right? So Bitcoin, to me, is not, it's not wise to put a lot of your money in it right now. Like, if you got like $1,000 every 2 months to play with, or $500 to play with, I would say put $50 in Bitcoin, maybe 75, and then spread the rest out amongst other coins, right? Because you're not gonna get a lot of value for your money. Like, that's just the facts. Like, you're not. Like, it's $50,000, and this is a bad day for it, and it's 50,000. Like, that sounds crazy, yo. Like, oh man, this joint is bad. The Bitcoin is terrible today, and it's 51,000. Like, who could afford that? And I constantly stress that on my live and the BWO to people, not because I own like 6 Bitcoin at one point, bro. Like I got Bitcoin no more than $10,000 for myself, because I just knew the opportunities to take. Like, I seen it. And I used to tell my friends, I said, listen, I said, yo, you got good credit? I don't suggest doing this now. I suggest doing this in 2018 was the perfect time to do this. 2019 again, and even at the very beginning of 2020 was the perfect time to do this. If you got enough credit to get a personal loan for $10,000 and your payment was only going to be $500-$600 a month, you could have bought a whole Bitcoin, like 10 Ethereum, and then bought still a whole bunch of other coins. And then you could have just paid that payment for a few months. And before you know it, Bitcoin could have took care of everything, and everything else you get to keep for yourself now. And that's the mentality that people thought I was crazy, yo. Like, a lot of people that look like us didn't want to hear that. They was like, nah, I don't feel comfortable. I'm like, yo, you're not hearing what I'm telling you. Like, you missed the long, ongoing, drawn out experience of Bitcoin. Now it's about to go run back up. You're catching it at a good time. This is what you should do. And some of my friends listen, and all my friends that listen paid attention, and they made money, right? And they made good money because it was worth the risk. You know, you building your credit at the same time. If you got a decent job and you could afford it anyway, like, what's the point? Like, you get in something, you put it on layaway, but you did it the reverse way. Yeah. Usually when you put something on layaway, you don't get to touch it right away until you pay it off, right? This was, you get the personal loan, you get the Bitcoin right away, and you paying it as you go. And if it takes off, it paid for itself. It's layaway in the reverse direction. It's in your favor, right?
Yeah.
But it was hard for a lot of people.
You know how scary that is for some of us?
Yeah, it was terrifying.
Just getting cars and TVs and
that's what I would say. I was like, yo, man, I got friends that hustle. I'm like, yo, you say you hustling and you doing your thing, and I respect it. You know, I love you. Yo, man, you work to hustle. No matter what people tell you, the hustler got to work just like the next man, if not harder. Like, they always got to work. They always on call. You can't miss no phone calls when you hustle. I'm like, yo, you got to learn to make money when you sleeping, when you on vacation, when you minding your business, when you on the toilet, when you in the shower, when you want to be, you know, playing a pickup basketball game, if that's what you into. And that's something that's not taught to our people. And I'm not going to sit there and say, yo, I always knew that. I didn't. I had to look at my situation, say, I don't want to be there no more. And I'm not going to be there no more. And I had to actively work at it, right? Like, my wife know, yo, we used to travel a lot, back and forth, up and down DC every single week, right? So I would travel down to DC and back up to DC. The entire time I had my phone. She got me AirPods, or she supported my habit a little bit, because she knew all I was doing was learning about crypto. That's all I would do. I would watch videos, I would read articles, any free time at work on my computer. I would do my work because they gave me 2 screens. I would have one screen playing in crypto, the other screen doing my work. I would have an article up, and I would finish my work quick, take me like 2 or 3 hours to do the work. The other 5 hours, I'm reading, I'm learning, I'm researching, I'm picking somebody's brain that's into cryptography, and I just made up a lot of time. I made up a lot of time that I had lost not being this way in 2014 and 13, right? So then what? Then the next progression was Ethereum. Ethereum was like the big thing in 2017 because Ethereum went for, I don't know if y'all noticed, Ethereum went from being like $1 to $10 to like $1,900, $1,800.
Like overnight, yeah.
So a lot of people, see, this is another thing people don't know, man. The biggest wealth transfer in the history of the world was in 2017. That was the biggest wealth transfer in the history of the world because of cryptocurrency. Because people was getting Bitcoin cheap, people that had Ethereum, like me, you, all of us right here could have had a bunch of Ethereum and we could have made it come up.
I was paying attention to it, but I was looking at it like I ain't really know what the hell.
You ain't know. And that's the thing. That's the thing, right? Like, we be like, yo, you don't know. And so what happens when we don't know, we get scared and we just say, nah, I ain't gonna waste my time. I'm gonna go do in my comfort zone. And I learned by being uncomfortable about losing my money in 2017, I need to learn why I lost my money. Like, why did I lose this money? Because this joint shouldn't be going down. And then I learned how the stock market has messed up people's brains because the stock market in 2 instances has kept going up without coming down in a timely manner. Mm-hmm. And that's very, that's not good. That's not healthy. That's not normal. And I look at it this way. This is what I tell people. If you was going to go run a mile or 2 miles, like say your city is like 2 or 4 miles, right? And every block, represents a piece of that 2 or 4 miles. You're not going to sprint 2 miles, bro. You might run 2 blocks, walk a half a block, run a new 2 block, and then you'll get there just as fast as the person that was running steady, right? They both the same concept. Running steady at a steady pace is the same as sprinting, walking, sprint, walking. You're just doing it 2 different strategies, right? Mm-hmm. But people don't understand. Crypto does the strategy of it sprints up and then it walks, comes back down, then it sprints back up. That's their strategy. The stock market doesn't do steady. The stock market just keep going. It ain't corrected itself yet. That's why Chris Cole is like, yo, that shit is gonna tank, bro. Yeah. And when it crashes, hopefully it does it in June for us BWO members because we're gonna be sitting there. Everybody in the BWO is going to be on I quit my job today, or I quit my job a few weeks ago. And it's going to be thousands of black people quitting their job, but hundreds of black people quitting their job because of this man and his information he shared. But I thought Chris Cole got me back caring really about the stock market because I just was getting in it quick to get out because I knew it was a trap. I thought the stock market was going to crash last fall. I thought that was the date that it was going to be crashing, and they propped it up, right? And the stock market, my uncle who he's super intelligent in real estate. He been telling me for the past, me and him talk about this all the time. Yo, the stock market about to crash. He got a bag of money on the sideline to go get property for cheap, and then he just gonna flip. He ain't gonna have to do nothing. He said he's just gonna hold on to it for like 7-8 months after the crash, and then he could just sell it for 30% more. But he got so much of it that's gonna add up to multi-million dollars and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's my little spiel about how I got into it, and then Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is too expensive, right? Ethereum is another tricky one because Ethereum used to be the shit, bro. Ethereum used to be fast and cheap. Yo, Ethereum right now, if you buy Bitcoin on Coinbase or you buy Ethereum on Coinbase and you send your Bitcoin, it's cheaper to send your Bitcoin than to send your Ethereum, yo. That's completely backwards of what Ethereum is supposed to be. And this is why I be like, me and my boy that I'm close with too, that I got him into crypto. He's like my old roommate. So I put the bug in his ear. He listened to me because when he seen me do some wild stuff with money when we was in the military and make money work. I always could hustle some money and make money and have money. And he always respected that. So he don't question anything. He takes it to his own level. That's why I like him. If I tell him, he gonna go out and do research that I'm not doing. I'm gonna do research he's not doing. We talk all the time. Mm-hmm. He tell me to get this. I tell him, yo, I heard this. I tell him that. Like he mad about this the chain joint. No, he mad about VRA. Veracity? Yeah. I told him to get a bag of it. He didn't. And he seen, I just put 400 and that joint turned to like 6,000. It's at like 4,800 right now because, dropped back down. But that's Chris Cole. That was free game Chris gave away to the whole world for free. And I was like, the minute he said it, I bought it. So TRX, Tron is the one I told you I bought in the beginning, right?
And because I was doing all this research on Tron, I was like, yo, Tron, excuse my language, Tron is insane, bro. I'm like, Tron is like quick, it's cheap. It's like if Ethereum and XRP had a baby together. That's what Tron is. If Ethereum and XRP had a baby, that's what Tron would be. And I remember like, yo, he was always doing all of this stuff. The dude is like one of the youngest people in crypto. He's a billionaire now. He's a genius. He got Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was one of his first ambassadors, and I love Kobe. So when I was like, how did he get Kobe to sign on? I know he gave him a bag of TRX, of course, but I was like, yo, Kobe seen something in his crypto, because Kobe Bryant super successful outside of basketball now.
Right.
Before he passed away, his demise, right? He won an Oscar. He did that $1 billion deal with that armor or whatever that drink is. He did another deal. He wrote a best-selling book. He did all that like within the first year of leaving basketball. Like, who does that? Like, nobody else does that. Michael Jordan ain't do that.
So I appreciate you telling us, about NFTs. Now, for the viewers that's going to be listening to it, they don't even know what NFT is.
NFT stands for non-fungible token.
Okay.
And if they've been watching.
Yeah, they just seeing it all over the news and everything, but don't nobody.
Yeah, they seen on the news. Jim Jones is getting a lot of credit in the hip hop world because he's doing it, which I think is beautiful for Jim Jones, and I think that's terrible for hip hop, because why is Jim Jones, who's a 40-plus-year-old man, and you got all these young kids in hip hop, and you got Drake at the peak of his career? Why ain't Drake know about this joint already, and Drake ain't be the one that let everybody know? Because that show you who really is thinking outside the box and who isn't. And that show you like, yo, people follow Drake, but nobody really follow Jim Jones like that. And Jim Jones is out here giving you game right now, right? That's terrible, because they decide who you follow. You don't really decide. Yeah. You following somebody that's doing exactly what they want him to do. Jim Jones is trying to do his own thing. I respect it. I respect it highly. I respect what he's doing greatly, because Jim Jones is smart, and he's making the most of his time that he's been given in the game. And I'm from New York. I grew up on Dipset. Like, that was my era. Yeah. But I think it's tragic that Jim Jones had to be the one to tell us that he's a 40-plus-year-old man, and crypto should be a 20-year-old kid's realm, 30-year-olds realm, right? Where's the young people that's talking about it? The only two other people I know that was young that was talking about it was Nipsey Hussle, which I like. I admire Nipsey to this day. Right. And Big Sean says it in his songs too. Yeah. Big Sean is intelligent as well. And I've heard Big Sean talking about crypto maybe since last year. He put it late in the beginning of last year. I'm talking about this time last year, January, February last year, he came out with a song. I think he mentioned it. Maybe even at the end of 2019, he had a song where he was talking about it. And I know that because my cousin sent me the song, like, yo, you hear what he said? I was like, I heard what he said. Like, he said something like, buy your red bottoms with the crypto, is what he was saying in one of the lyrics. And I think it went over people's head. I don't even think people paid it much mind. I don't think they did either, yeah. But NFT is a non-fungible token. It's getting a lot of publicity because I said, like, Mark Cuban, this guy Gary Vee. Mark Cuban is probably the one that gave it the most notoriety, because he talked about how he made like $90,000 in like 30 minutes or something off of some joke NFTs he made, and how he's doing all of this NFTs and making money. And it's like, yo, you a billionaire? And I'm not. That's how he remains a billionaire, is by making money. But I said, yo, why does it take him telling you to do it now? Because there was a lot of people before talking. I knew about NFTs for a while, and Mana is an NFT. Mana is the #1 NFT. I had to go research that because I like Mana for another reason. I think I talked about Mana is the #1 NFT for your listeners. MANA.
Yeah, Mana is the one we was talking about early in the beginning when I said I doubled up a week after finding this man. And I was mad because I didn't buy enough.
Yep. I told people to get Mana between 11 cents and 21 cents. And that joint shot up to $1 something. Now it's at like 80 something. It's gonna go back up. Don't worry. You're gonna eat good off of Mana.
Yeah, I've been buying more every time it's going under that $1.
So I'm gonna tell you this joint that I tried to share my last live. I just had low energy, and I kind of shared it with a couple people just because I don't think people are realizing this. And Jim Jones, I think somebody sent me something that said, yo, Jim Jones talking about what you said. I was like, word. This is where NFTs really gonna come in. See, people thinking about NFTs with artwork and pictures right now, right? And then maybe they thinking about it a little bit musically, right? Which is cool too, because you keep getting paid every time the song is shared, because you got to share it through paying for it, right? So the artist is going to get paid every time, meaning the musician. With the artwork is, if you bought some art from me for a certain price at $100 and we agreed upon it, and you like, yo, this dude Accumulate Jake, man, his art is worth worth 10 bands, and I'm about to sell this joint. Like, I'm like, do it, right? You sell it, I still get a piece of that because I baked in a percentage forever in that into the price of that I sell. See, but back in the day, what artists is, because I'm an artist, you bake a painting, he buy it for $100. I don't get nothing but the $100. You hold on to it because you just like my art. You benefit more than the artist benefit because now you could go sell it for $1 million or something like that. Like Basquiat, most artists are poor when they die. They die poor. Most of them, not all of them. They die crazy or poor, not as well off as we would think. And then the people that collect their art make the killing off of their art. They the ones that benefit ultimately from the artwork. But this is the thing that I tell people that they're not thinking. This ties into the virtual reality, right? In the Oculus and stuff like that. I'm telling it to you. Hopefully somebody in your listening, because I'm not a music person, but I want somebody to do it because I think if they do it, people don't even understand what it is said. I don't even think Jim Jones is doing this, but I think he's trying to do something like this. But he's not doing this, I don't think. He might be. I didn't read the article, so I'm not jacking him either if he does. You just like mine. You go to Decentraland, which that's Mana. Mana is Decentraland for anybody listening or watching.
And you can buy Mana on Coinbase, so this one is easy. You ain't got no excuse. Yeah.
So you buy it, and then you go to this virtual world, and you create you an avatar. Now, we might be black people, but you might want to make your avatar purple. You might want to make them look spiky head like a wolf. Like who the fuck? You can make them look however you want. Is you in digital world, like the movie Ready Player One. Okay. But this is what people aren't realizing yet, I don't think. You make this avatar, and you a musician, right? You go to Decentraland, you take that money, you're gonna have to put money into it. You're gonna go and buy you a plot of digital land. Just the same way you would go to the South and buy you some land in the South and say, I'm gonna build my house the way I want it. You go to the digital land and you build a club on that digital real estate. Okay, I got a club, but who gonna come? Don't worry, you gotta catch. You made your avatar, you a rapper, you an artist, right? You make music. You pre-record yourself one time doing a certain amount of songs. One time. You ain't got to perform multiple times. Just one good time each song. You loop it with your avatar and your movements, and you put them in a club, and you put up a billboard saying, every Thursday at 9 p.m., Chris Money, whatever, I'm just making up. Chris Moneybag is going to be performing his hit single here, right? And at first, people might not know, but you put it out on these chats and these Reddits, and you go to these places and you say, yo, go check it out. And people love that because that's giving use cases for Decentraland. The believers in crypto are gonna come and see what you about. And your music might be good. They're like, yo, this is pretty good. And they don't go there as we look. They go there in their avatars too. It's like The Sims, right?
Yeah.
They pay you in mana. So now that mana that you invested in your digital land, you're getting it back from people coming to your club, and then you selling merch. So now the avatar can wear your black, what does it say? Black learners matter?
Yeah.
Now you selling black learners matter merch in your digital store. Now there's all these avatars walking around advertising black learners, and that's the name of your club, Black Learners, right? So now they're like, yo, what's this black learner? They go and type in the search bar and it's like, oh, it's over here in this part of Decentraland. It's like, oh, we thought everything was popping over in the NYC part of Decentraland. Nah, that joint is really in the North Carolina part of Decentraland because you named that your little town you built with the plot of land. You just did something that is crazy. You understand? Like I don't even think that, I don't know if it registered with y'all, but like you got
it registered.
It registered me. I wish I was a rapper.
No, that's what I'm saying. And this is what people don't understand. Rappers make a lot of their money by constantly going on tour.
Yeah, they don't
You could be with your family. You go to the basement, have your setup in your nice mansion that was paid for with the crypto earnings from you starting out. And this is the part that people aren't thinking about. Whoever's the group of artists that do this first, which is funny because Drake ain't did it yet. Jim Jones is smart. He's trying to make himself be that guy, but I don't think his music is gonna resonate enough with the younger people that are in this world. But you're gonna get an artist that's gonna come out. He's gonna be considered a legend because he's one of the first avatar artists.
Yeah, if Drake or Migos did that shit.
Yeah. Migos, I think I'm trying to think about, I don't know who's up and coming. I don't listen to music like that, but I'm sure there's a young artist that's really big right now that got a couple hit songs. They may not be crazy, but they're gaining momentum. And if he was thinking outside the box, he'd be like, yo, man, I go to these clubs, they get most of the money, they get the bar tab. All I get is the little 5,000-10,000 they pay me, and I think I made money. I'm killing myself every day on the road. Yeah, I get to travel and see the city, but I'm being slaved out, just a high paid slave, where I could do this whole thing on my own. I could be completely independent. And then you can sell that music, not the avatar joint, but you could do that. You could sell that music as an NFT, and now every time somebody passes along, you get money off of that too, right? But here's the real kicker. You might have, there's only a limited quantity of shows I'm doing. I'm only doing 50 shows with this joint. After the 50th show, you auction off each performance as an NFT. So now only a specific person is gonna have that joint.
Damn.
It's mad different ways to do it. You understand? And I'm not saying I've done it, I'm doing it. I'm not a rapper, artist, person like that. But I know so many people that I care about that are in music that could be doing this. And then the only excuse is it's just not easy right now. I mean, it's not like I could just do it real easily on my iPad. You're gonna have to go buy a good camera. You're gonna have to buy the software that can make your movements be recorded properly by your camera and then turn it into your avatar's movements. And you're gonna have to go learn about some avatar, and you're gonna have to go into Decentraland, make some mistakes, probably lose a little bit of mana and figuring out, and you're gonna have to go get some land there. You're gonna have to spend some money, but it's gonna be worth it because you're gonna be one of the first people doing it, especially in the hip hop genre. There might be people in rock and roll already doing it because Decentraland existed for a while. You could go in this. I'm gonna show y'all a video right now. I'm not even gonna tell you. I'm gonna show y'all this. This is somebody I put them on the Decentraland, and they actually be in there. This person, and they sent me a video. They sent me a video, and I thought it was funny because it's a video of them being their avatar playing a video game inside the video game. Pretty much, it's crazy. Look, here we go right here. Let me. Oh shit, my bad. Hit the wrong button.
You good?
Hold on. Let me start that. So he's in.
We can't.
Oh,
There we go.
he's in Decentraland playing the game. He's playing Atari.
Yeah.
He paid with a coin with his avatar. You see it?
Yeah.
He's playing the game as a game. That joint is crazy, yo.
Yeah, it is.
This is his little person. He's a white. Or this is some of the people he's coming across in it. My bad. These are all these people's avatars that they made up. He's just walking around looking at, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?
Basically like The Sims. This shit gonna be wild.
It's like The Sims, but it's gonna be like Ready Player One. Go watch that movie. I keep telling people to watch that movie.
That shit.
It's gonna be like that. So that's NFT though. Mana is the NFT because Mana is Mana's a lot. Mana is really complex. Mana's really, and I remember when Mana was a fraction of a penny, and you couldn't even get that joint anywhere but on Banker Network. Banker Network, which was a whole process to get that joint. That was like Mana. I had Mana when it was cheap, and I had to sell out of it because they closed. I couldn't get into my Banker Network no more, so I had to sell out of it into Ethereum, and then I bought back into it later on down the road. But so that's NFT. So then gaming coins, right? So now gaming coins. I remember you mentioned that too, right? I'm on track, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gaming coins is big because gaming coins.
Because they kind of tie in, right? The NFT.
They tie into NFTs, but the thing is, nobody's thinking about gaming coins. That's why gaming coins are such a good idea to try to get into now. Because everybody's on this NFT. Oh, where can I get an NFT? How can I make an NFT? How can I be an NFT, right? And nobody's saying, yo, NFTs are cool, but gaming NFTs are hand in hand. They go together like peanut butter and jelly type of thing, right? So what's happening is that I'm trying to see. So that coin, VRA, that's a gaming token.
Okay.
Veracity is a gaming crypto. But then that joint did numbers already, and it's gonna keep doing numbers probably over time. Just gotta wait for it. Another one is I mentioned this, it's down again, but it was up. Like, let me see. Let me get I just talked about it in the last week, right? It's up 600% in the last week. Because I found it and then I researched what they was doing. I don't know if you see a Chain Coin. Chain Game.
Chain Game.
Chain Game. GAME. I don't know if you can see it.
Okay. Chain Games.
Yeah, I'm trying to show y'all the chart though. That's the chart.
Yeah.
In a week it did that. In a year, it's done this. It's straight up. This is most recent right here.
Yeah.
It was down, blip, bloop. They got a contract with Madden 21 football and EA Sports. They got to deal with it. Chain is what it's traded as, CHAIN, not to be confused with Chain Link, which is traded as Link. This one is Chain Space Game, and you can search it. And there are project where, because what's going to happen is gamers buy stuff in their world with dollars, right? You hook your credit card up to your PlayStation and Xbox. I don't play video games, but I know that because my wife know about that stuff, right? But what happens is that's getting old, man, because kids is getting tired of getting reamed by their parents for blowing up their debit card and their credit card. Like, yo, what you buying on that? So what happens is they could go in these games and they can earn that crypto for completing tasks. Now they complete that task and they start moving it around their network, and it's getting moved now. Now what happens is, this is what these countries are scared of. These countries are afraid that these virtual worlds are going to become their own pretty much country, because they're going to have their own currency, and they're not going to need the dollar. The dollar's going to need them.
You see you see where India is trying to ban Bitcoin, holding it and all that?
They banning it because the rich people don't own enough of it in their mind, and the poor people got it, and the poor people going to have power. You know what I'm saying? So they banned it here. They banned Bitcoin here for a little while, man. People was going to jail for Bitcoin here.
Damn, I ain't know that.
Yeah, they banned Bitcoin. They banned Bitcoin. What else? The government was telling people Bitcoin was not to be bought until recently. Like, Bitcoin was not. They was telling you can't do nothing with it, but it was accepted all over the place because fiat is not going to last. Fiat is not backed by anything. Fiat doesn't have a use case. It's just paper money that you're just believing in your government. And the minute you stop believing in your governments, that money has no more value.
Right.
And that's what's happening all over the world. People are like, yo, y'all here mistreating people. You locking them in their houses. You killing black people like it's going out of style. You know what I'm saying? Now that the Asian people a little mad because none of them got popped. It's like, man, grow up, man. Like, you ain't be black for a few days and that would be nothing. Nine people is nothing. That's nothing. And that's not no disrespect. That's just the truth.
Fact.
And they can't handle the truth, man. They want to be considered white, and they not. You know, you're not white. They just showed you not white. They just popped you off, man. Like, and again, their killer didn't get murdered for doing it. He got arrested peacefully or something, right? He got held in custody.
Yeah, probably crazy with the damn Chick-fil-A and shit.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? So, but the gaming token, I just use Chain and Mana is a gaming token too. Mana is a dual token. And then you got Veracity. Then you got B-Pro.
Can you get Chain games on Coinbase or no?
Yo, no. I had to sign up for a new exchange that I never had called Probit, or you got to get it on Uniswap.
Oh,
you can either do Uniswap or Probit is the two exchange. I signed up for Probit just to get this coin because I wanted it. I said, nah, man, I can't miss this joint. And I caught it right at the perfect time. I caught it like 26 cents. Joint at 80 cents, was up as high as over $1 in a few days. And I didn't even put that much money into it. You know, not because I didn't, I didn't know. I thought I had time. Honestly, I thought I was gonna be able to buy some last week. I was gonna get some more this week. Nah, that had a mind of his own. And I think that I feel like gaming is gonna be big. I feel like when the rest of the market is probably going down and everybody's sad, the gaming, because it's happening today. Gaming coins are up for the most part. Not all of them, but that one is up.
Yeah.
Certain coins are going to be up against the market because gaming doesn't stop for nothing. These kids game 24. They don't even need a house no more. I go to the park with my kids all the time and just be us there and maybe one other kid. When I used to go to the park, it was packed. Now it's just have at it. Do whatever you want. The park be so empty. I could take my dog, who's mostly intimidating the people, and let him off the leash most of the time at the park. Like, he just gets to roam freely at the park. I don't have to put him on the leash for the most part. Don't be that many people at the park no more because they gaming. They gaming on their cell phone. They gaming in the subway. They gaming on the bus. They gaming in the car with their mom and dad. They gaming at the dinner table. Like, we be in our phones too as adults, right? Yeah. Like, they already got us trained. They already got us where they want us. Now they're gonna add more to it. Now they're gonna find a way to really monetize it off of our I don't know what the term is, addiction. Our addiction.
Yeah.
So like I told this to somebody I was talking about yesterday. I said, yo, it's crazy. Like, they never allowed tournaments to be held for video games other than the arcade games. That was the last tournaments, but they never let there be Sonic the Hedgehog tournament, Mortal Kombat tournament. There wasn't no Joe Montana football, which was on Sega Genesis before Madden. They didn't have tournaments back then because you couldn't. Those games were meant for poor people, meaning the everyday person, right? But the everyday person couldn't travel. couldn't connect
Yeah.
affordably with the world. Now they made it so the World Wide Web is connecting everybody. Now you can have these tournaments, and you could be in Japan, and I could be in New York, or you could be in North Carolina, and I could be in Alaska, and we could get it in and see who's the best of the best without having to spend any money other than some internet.
Right.
And we still could win some money by putting a little money in the tournament, right? So people are willing to do that. So the world, the internet is changing, and crypto is the new internet. That's what people aren't realizing either. Crypto is going to be the new internet. It's going to touch everything, just like the internet touches every aspect of business. Yeah. Before, people just thought the internet was for nerds. Internet's for cars, internet's for shopping, internet's for fashion, internet's for health, internet's for electricity. You know what I'm saying? ETN was a coin I mentioned. I told people still a good buy. At 2 cents, 3 cents, it's at 3 cents now. I think I saw people get at a penny and a half. It's at 3 cents now when the whole market is down, because they dealing with the electrical grids. And that's one of the only cryptos I know that's doing that. And that's smart, because everything going solar. And
it's called ETN?
It's traded as ETN. The name of the crypto is Electronium. Okay. It's called Electronium. And you could get it on KuCoin. It's been around for a little while. It's been around since like 2017. So it's not like no new up and coming project. Yeah. It's worth investing in my opinion. Long term, I do everything long term too. Like nothing I really, even that crypto I tell you about, it just shot up in the last 3 days. It could go back down. I just buy some more. Right. But over time, I projected that it's going to be higher and higher and higher. And that's how I like to do my moves. Like I'm playing everything long term. That way I don't get ahead of myself. But if it go up crazy in a month or two, I could cash out and still be up a lot and be chilling. Like, oh, I got a bag off of this and I still got a whole bunch of them lying over here, right? So that's like my strategy with that. I think you wanted to know, like, what do I look for in cryptos? So I heard this a long time ago, and this is what made me think differently too. When I first learned about crypto, I heard, yo, this is called disruptive technology. And I really heard it when they were talking about XRP, because XRP was going to disrupt the financial industry of banking forever. Because usually when you want to send money, you got to go through Western Union, MoneyGram, or your bank, and all of them take like 7 days. Some of them, MoneyGram and them is considered faster, that you can send it to a person, but they expensive. So XRP bundles everybody's money up every hour or so, and it sends it all at once for only like a fraction of a penny or a penny or two. So you can send $1 million for a penny. Yeah, with XRP, you could do that with a lot of crypto. You can bundle it up and send it, because all you're doing is turn it into that crypto and then sending it over here, and then they cash out, and they just pay the little fee for cashing out. Yeah,
that's basically what we do when we buy Bitcoin or Ethereum, and then I send it over to Atomic. And I bust it on the TRX or Soul.
Same thing. Exactly. Getting the other coins. Yeah. Soul is another NFT too that he mentioned. SOUL. Phantasma is the project. So the whole kick of it all is disruptive technology is what you want to look for. Is it disrupting an industry that has existed for a bunch of years now, thinking it could not be collapsed, and it's getting collapsed? That's what Tesla is. Tesla is disruptive technology to the car industry. That's why Tesla did so well. And he wasn't the first, but he marketed it the best. And he had a name. He had the name Tesla. Everybody knew about Tesla. You know what I'm saying? Nikola Tesla, the electricity guy, right? And the funny thing is, electricity is old technology. Everybody thinks electricity is this new wave. Electricity is actually not even that great of a tech. Magnetism is better. Magnetism is what you want. You want to use polarity and magnetism, because everybody has a magnetic field and force around them. So does the earth, just like the earth, and everybody has electricity in them. So, but electricity is not as clean as people think. Electricity still creates carbon, right? But magnetism doesn't create no negative anything. For the most part, magnetism does not have any residual effects on the ozone layer and all that other stuff. There's no carbon created from magnetism. Magnetism is just a force that pulls things one way or the other. So if you learn how to manipulate it, you can send a car going the fastest you could ever do. Yeah. So it's all about that, man. You want to look at disruptive technology, and you want to not take things that they just give us, right? Like, they're not going to tell you the truth. You know, that I learned that. I used to be in the military. You know what I'm saying? I've been around all kind of nonsense. I'm like, yo, y'all motherfuckers crazy. Yo. Y'all just flat out lie to people, man. That is not the truth. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all want people to hold their lie for you, man. And that's what they do. So disruptive technology is usually my strategy. And then I just I just done it. I guess I've done it. So I like to learn. I like to listen to things outside the box. I've been fortunate enough to have people around me that are not very similar to me. Like my little brother is like a totally different personality than me. And you know, my little cousin, he's similar to me in certain things, but he's totally different than me. So when they bring stuff to me, I listen to it, you know? Yeah. I listen to it and I try to apply it to cryptocurrency because crypto is super young. It got so much more to blow up, man. It's not even funny. And even learning about crypto, I learned about this thing called quantum computing. That's gonna make it so your crypto is not secure no more. For real. Quantum computing is gonna be able to hack cryptography. It's gonna be able to crack the codes that they put your crypto in to mask it and protect it. Quantum computing is gonna destroy that. But quantum computing is very infantile.
You're scaring people now.
Yeah. I scared myself when I found out. I was like, well, I'm getting crypto. But I was like, man, listen. The first rule of cybersecurity is this. Nothing is secure. That's the very first rule they teach you. That's the first lesson I learned. The first lesson I learned is nothing is secure. When I was in the military, nothing is secure.
So anything.
That's why you got all these fail safes in there, because nothing is secure. So you got all these little fail safes in place. This person supposed to look out for you. Or that thing's over there, because they know there's a very good chance that might fail. You might fall asleep. You might get tired. The computer might have a EMP come, electromagnetic pulse, knock it out. And then you got to be there as a human to take care of that situation. It's all about contingency plans, and they daisy chain a lot of things, right? It's everything is connected, but it can't be disconnected. So that's the thing we have to keep in mind. Like, yeah, you want to be secure and you want to like, I hear people in our Discord, man, you know what I'm talking about. They be like, yo, man, I gotta what I gotta order this cold wallet, and where you keep your crypto? I'm just like, people like, you feel safe doing that? I'll be like, bruh, like, you sound like they got you, man. They in your brain.
Oh, like, they be going crazy.
They be going, the phone, the Discord joint is not going crazy. Yeah, that just be going crazy. Froze up on me again.
You back?
No, we hear you.
I'm almost done there.
Yeah, we back.
What's up? You hear me good?
Yeah, we back.
Yeah, they be bugging out in the joint. They be bugging out in the Discord, man. And he laughing because he know I'm right. And I'll be loving it because I love that they're so concerned. But I said, yo, man, we got a scary people on our hand. We are very afraid people. And everybody acts like they're afraid of us. I be tripping out. I be like, yo, people be scared of everything.
Is it worth?
Am I supposed to give them my ID?
Yeah, it's taxes.
Yeah, you nigga to give it to Coinbase, bro? Like, yeah. Like, do they need to have my bank account routing number? Yeah, that's how it works, man. Like, do your research. Like, that's everything.
The money, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just funny to me because I like, yo, man, they did a good job on Black America, man. Like, because
they did a hell of a job.
They did a hell of a job because we such a strong people, man. But we are like, a lot of people be afraid, and then when you're not afraid, they think you crazy as hell. Like, they be like, you keep it on this wallet. You got this on the KuCoin. I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, that's where you bought it. Why would? And I get it though. I get it. See, the reason why you don't want to leave your crypto on an exchange is not so much that it's not safe. It's because an exchange is an extension of it's like a digital bank. So what they do is, by you leaving your crypto there, they can leverage it for their own financial gains, right? Yeah. And that's why they like people to stake their crypto, right? Because staking it means, okay, we're going to give you back 5%, right? I'll tell you this right now. If they're going to guarantee you 5%, they're making like 50% off of your joint. They might be making 100%. They're just going to give you 5%.
That's a loan.
Because they know how to lend out your crypto to an investor that needs it. And then they got to pay them back interest, and they just pay you back your money because they're going to pay you back. It's nothing to them. They dealing with so much people's money. It's just like they said, the reason why fiat money, paper money became so popular is because people got too lazy to go to the bank and collect their gold, because it used to start off as a ticket. This joint right here, this joint used to be a ticket, and it used to get ripped in half, and it had initial here and initial here, right? Of Wells Fargo, right? or some Jewish people that owned that bank, right? And what happened was you kept this piece of it, and they had this piece of it, and they would send it to their family member on the in Africa, because you go into Africa with your family, and you would keep your joint. And when you got there, you would go to their Wells Fargo version of it, and you would turn it together, and they would put them together as one, and that would be claimed that you are who you say you are, and they're gonna give you your gold now. They're gonna release the gold to you. But guess what? People got lazy and they stopped going and getting their gold. And once they realized that people didn't want to come back and get their gold, they said, we got them. We got them, because they taking our word for it now. They trust us. They trust us so much that we don't ever got to show them their gold. We just going to say, yeah, we got it over here. Here, take all this money and start passing it around.
That's just that's how the bank. That's how the bank do you.
They just look.
That's
on
what the bank does now.
But
here's the thing: the bank got even clever than that. They say, you know what? Printing this money is too expensive, and guess what? You could counterfeit money. So you know what they started doing? They started making it where you got this thing. You know this used to be called the ATM card.
Mm-hmm.
Not you couldn't use this at a store. You could only use it at an ATM.
ATM, yeah.
I'm not that.
You could only use it at an ATM, yo.
You're not old enough to remember that.
Yeah, you young, man. So I'm telling you that because I remember when that was a big thing. Yo, you got an ATM card your dad gave you?
Like, you was doing something.
Yeah, you doing something, right? And then you really was doing something if you had a credit card, because a credit card, I mean, they feel they trust you enough to give you money that you ain't even got right now. Yeah. You're gonna pay it back over time. But now the world is so crazy that they giving 8 credit cards to kids when they don't even have a debit card yet. You can get a credit card.
Yeah, to get them.
Then you get a debit card, and then you get the debit card. And what the debit card is, this is the craziest part of it. People might think about this, but I think about it often. Yo, a debit card is just numbers flying in the air. Like, yeah, Bristol and Chris, yeah, you guys got $1 million. Yeah, swipe it, sure. You're like, yo, how do I really know I got $1 million in this bank? You got these numbers on my computer screen, and this card is linked to it, but with a hit of a button, it's gone. And that's what movies like Wanted show you. The movie Wanted with the kid whose dad was a hitman, and then he used to be broke his whole life, and then he goes to his ATM, and he got mad money in his account. And then there's a movie that came out in 90. Did it come out in 97? It's one of my favorite movies as a kid, which is funny because I don't like computers and shit. It's called Hackers. Hackers. Hackers is a movie that was ahead of its time, man. Hackers, watch that movie, yo. Angelina Jolie is in that movie. I think that's one of her first movies. And who else is in it? There's a few other people in it that you'll probably know who they are. You ever seen The Wire?
Yeah.
You know the cop Bub? The black cop with the fro that's cool, that's always smoking a cigar. Yeah, he's in that movie. That's one of his first roles, really big roles. It's called Hackers. I think it came out in like 96.
I remember the movie, but I don't think I ever really watched it.
Watch it now. You can find it. You probably can find it on like anywhere. You can rent it, and when you watch that movie, bro, you be like, yo, they was telling us back in 90 something what you could do with just a button. You could just ruin somebody's life with a button stroke. There's another movie called Changing Lanes. Same thing happened in that movie. Yeah. Where they ruined Sam Jackson's life.
Yeah, he was trying to go to court and shit. Yeah,
Ben Affleck ruined his life with his man. He went in the computer system and messed up everything in that man's life with a keystroke, man. And it's going to continue to be that way, you know? Like, all of these stuff, the movie's just giving you a head start. The movie is prepping your brain and also trying to warn you, like, yo, this is coming. This is coming. Look at all them alien movies they fed us in the 80s and 90s, right? And early 2000s. Now, all of a sudden, Trump is like, yeah, these aliens is real. Here's some video. Right, nobody even talk about that. Yeah. Nobody even talk about that. He said UFOs is real. Nobody even talk. That joint will never be on. I don't know how that's not talk of the town. Like, they want to talk about all kind of other nonsense, but they don't want to talk about, yo, there's these aliens flying around. Where they come from? You know, what's going on with these UFOs out here? Nobody talks about it. Everybody want to talk about NFTs. I get it, but it's craziness, man. It's craziness. So that's my little strategy is disruptive technology. Always try to do your research and listen to the crazy person on the side of the street, man. Listen to the young kid. Listen to the older person that's saying something that you never really heard before. Listen to them, give them an ear, be like, oh, word. And we got a phone now, so it's not even like you got to wait. You could while they talking to you, you could be, let me Google this joint, have it saved on my browser, and let them finish it. But yo, I really got to go. I appreciate it though, and keep it moving. Because a lot of times they just telling you about something that shocked them, and they don't want to be alone. They want you to know what they found out, because humanity is usually especially Black humanity, Black people, right? We like to help each other, whether we want to admit it or not. Like we like to share information. We like to laugh. We like to be happy. We're pretty cool for the most part. So somebody telling you about something like that doesn't really, we not really into like deception. Like, yeah, I'm gonna trick them and make them think about buying this crypto called Bitcoin at $1. I'm gonna fuck them over good. I'm gonna make them put 100. Like that don't even sound right. You know what I'm saying? Like, but imagine if I talk to people now about TRX, right, or another coin. They're like, yo, man, in fact, a few years ago, somebody was telling me about that. I'm like, I bet they was.
Is TRX, is that at 6 cents right now?
Yeah.
It's at under 6. It dropped. Let me see.
Yeah,
I actually got to roll. Let me do my roll real quick while I'm on the joint with y'all.
Yeah, because I watched it live, and I wrote down all the coins, the ETN, the XYO, the TRX.
Yeah, I told people about TRX when it was 4 cents though. If you would have got it when I first mentioned it was 4 cents, it went up from 4. I told people a week and a half ago, yo, that joint looking like it's gonna break past 6 cents. It broke past 6 cents on the weekend, came back down, but it's making what's called a reverse head and shoulders. I don't really like all the technical stuff, but some stuff when you see it, you gotta point it out. Yo, that's a reverse head and shoulder. That's a good sign. Yeah. That's a good thing for a crypto.
Trust me, the video tonight, I'm definitely gonna have to rewatch all this because you're giving out a lot of game for free.
Yeah, man. I'm saying like it's free information anyway. It's just a matter of I condense it in a short amount of time for people. Yeah. Because you can go find this yourself, but you're gonna spend it's been me years, man. I got thousands of hours live learning this, thousands of hours. Probably like 20,000.
Yeah.
You said what?
Most of us ain't gonna do it.
They're not gonna do it because we too busy caught up in whatever we think we're doing.
Yeah.
Like, it happens, man. It's hard. And then work is really what gets you.
Yeah.
Because work makes it so you don't have
it beat the hell out of you.
Yeah. it breaks your ass. It makes you too tired to want to do anything but nonsense.
I told Bristol before this video, if the information good, I might be putting my 2-week notice in tomorrow.
Yo, man, and that's scary too because that's security for people, you know.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know who put it up there. Somebody put up recently how in 1930, man, 91% of the U.S. population was entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, froze.
Yeah,
I heard that like 91% of the U.S. was entrepreneurs or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what somebody put that up recently. I don't remember who it was. I don't want to take credit away from it, but it's not me. But I read that recently somewhere, and it's like now everybody's dependent on a job, and a lot of people are dependent on government jobs.
Yeah,
and you got to be careful because you get so dependent on them for everything. Like we don't know how to farm. We don't know how to make dirty water clean, which is something that everybody should know how to do. That's super easy tactic. You could do that with an old water bottle and use different levels of rocks to gravel to sand to very fine sand, and then it purifies your water. People don't. I know that just from being in the military, right? I learned that one. But yo, people don't know how to change a tire, yo.
Yeah, he's right. He's absolutely right.
Yo, people don't know how to change a tire. People. I ain't gonna lie, act like I know how to rebuild my car engine. Like, but that was something in the 1930s, 40s, and 50s. Every dude knew how to do that. Mm-hmm. Every dude knew how to go. And the cars were big, so you could easily get in there and work on them. They made the car smaller and made you have to get specialized tools to deal with the car on purpose because they didn't want you to be independent of them. Yeah. They didn't want you to modify it no more on your own. They wanted you to go through them. Right? Yeah. It's all about ultimate control over your life, yo. Yeah. Like, look at it now. Like, shit, it's hard for me when I be trying to do it, and it's difficult as hell with my sons. Like, school is what teaches your kids. You don't teach your kids. The teacher got more authority with your kid than you do, and you don't even realize it. They think you don't know what you're talking about most of the time, and the teacher does. Well, my teacher said this, but fuck your teacher. Like, you crazy. But that's what they do.
You crazy.
That's what they do, yo. That's
the truth.
Yeah. Because I was thinking to myself, the average American, they work 2 weeks. Average American paycheck is about $1,000. Roughly around there, about $1,000. Mm-hmm. For the information that you just gave us right now that you've been doing, you make, close to about $100. Working a job, you don't even make $100 a day. You don't make $100 a day.
The average American doesn't. And people don't know that they can leave the big city. If you leave the big city, there's a lot more people in small city than big city, and they get paid less.
Yeah, so like I said, if you're doing this 7 days a week, if you make like $100 a day, you might take a loss, out of 2 of them 3, but you still coming out with, $500 or $400 a week. And you're not working for nobody. And you're working for yourself. You're on your own time, like I told you when we had that little video discussion. having to go to work, laugh at your manager, and the joke not funny. And
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I actually
Yeah,
had to
man.
hey, I'm like, man, this man is not funny. I'm like, I'm be ready when 4:30 come ready to get up out of here. But like I say, it's just the information that we need to utilize. So I'm definitely gonna break down this video because everything.
But I'm sorry. Before we jump off here though, what you think about?
Go ahead, bro.
What you think about Dogecoin or Dogecoin? Have you?
So Dogecoin was like my first time really going on the internet and talking to people in that way that I started doing. Yeah. And I caught Dogecoin at a penny.
Me too.
And I told everybody that I knew, I said, yo, buy Dogecoin today and only put like $50 in. Like put some money in there that you ain't worried about and let it sit. And I ain't really touched my Dogecoin money, and I ain't going to. You know why? Because I knew Dogecoin was a joke, but I was really just trying to screw over these people that was not letting everybody else make the money off of the GameStops and the AMCs like they deserved to make, that just had worked together. And Dogecoin was a joke until recently. I think now Dogecoin might have to be taken seriously over time, because now a project that just was for fun has people actually doing stuff to make it a better project. Yeah. See, before Dogecoin was just a joke. And when I first got into crypto, I remember coming across this dude. Stop doing that. Coming across this guy who he was a multi-millionaire, right? And he said he had put like 20,000 in the Doge just to say whatever, right? And he remembered while he was on recording, he said, you know what? Let me go check that wallet. Yo, 20,000 was worth like $600,000. He sold out of that joint so fast. He was like, I don't even think he sold all of it. I think he sold like half of it, but he took that 300K and he did it right on the drain. He said, boop, 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 look, I ain't lying to y'all. I think he live in like Colorado or something, man. And he was just like, yo, this is how crypto goes, man. Like something you ain't taking serious like that could become massive. And Doge has been around a long time, man. It's outlasted some coins, the project that disappeared off the face of crypto for the most part. Doge, because Doge is just, it's just fun. It's just a fun thing for a lot of crypto. It's pretty much like a big FU to the powers that be. That's what it is. It's like, man, this is how real crypto is. We can make a coin based off a dog meme, and we can make it make money. Mm-hmm. Y'all won't even let us make money off of our dollars or whatever, right? We got to go work these crazy jobs to earn it. Like you said, the average person might make $1,000 in a paycheck. You get enough Doge and you let it run up. You just made your paycheck for years, type of thing. So that's the goal. I don't prescribe loading up on Doge, but I can't knock anybody that every once in a while they say, you know what? I'm gonna put 50 in the Doge. I'm gonna put 20 in the Doge. I'm gonna put $10 in the Doge. Maybe they give it to their kid.
Yeah, because
that's the thing with Doge.
I just asked that because like I caught a bag like you when it was like a penny or just under a penny. Like I put like $100, so I got a bunch of them joints. But I got some partners, man. They bought some shit at like 5 and 6 cents. So I'm just like asking for them what they gonna do.
I think they're gonna have to wait. They're gonna have to wait.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, you should never buy anything hoping to get rich quick. You should buy it with understanding. Give it 5 years, especially in crypto, because I told you it's like a 4-year cycle. Right. So the 5th year is usually when you're gonna get your returns finally, and you might have lost for 4 years, but the losses usually get out. No, Messiah, go to mommy. You might get outweighed. It's not might. They usually always get outweighed by the return on that 5th year with crypto, at least from the pattern that it has over the last 3 bull markets, they call it. I think I wish nobody, man, tell them just take it on the chin, man. It's $50, $100, man. And Doge is interesting because Elon Musk be low-key be accepting a lot of Doge. And they're saying he's gonna try to use that for his little space joints when he's doing it.
Your boy Mark Cuban said he taking Doge for the games and shit now.
So here's the thing. Rich people ain't in the business of losing money. Mark Cuban especially. I don't know about Elon Musk. He burns through a lot of money. But Mark Cuban do not like losing money.
Facts.
So if Mark Cuban, like I accepted it, I might see what Doge is price-wise, and what I'll do is I'll
And I seen some other people that was like they gonna take Doge for shit too.
Yeah, they're gonna take Doge because they want to get it. It's so cheap. They want to get as much as they can for when 10 years from now, when it becomes the currency of the world type of drink. And XRP does it. Like there's always something going on behind the scenes that if we think outside the box, you'd be like, well, why would rich people be buying a coin that isn't working? Why would they accept it for value if it's not worth nothing? They don't.
That's what I
Rich people
said.
don't care about poor people. That's bullshit, bro.
Yeah, that's what I said when that shit went to like 9 cents. I was like, man, I ain't selling my dope.
I projected this. The only reason it stopped at 9 cents, I'm telling you why I stopped at 9 cents. I projected it, me and my boy projected it to get to 30 cents from a penny. And we thought it was gonna happen really quick because Robinhood had it.
Yeah.
And Robinhood purposely put a stop to immediate buying of crypto, because that's usually how it works. When you put your money in there, you can immediately buy crypto.
Yeah.
But Robinhood saw what was happening, and Robinhood was going to be screwed over, because if it would have went from a penny, as soon as it hit like 17 cents, I would have sold like half of my Doge. I told everybody I knew, I would have went live and said, sell your Doge right now on Robinhood. And they would have had to front all of that money.
Yeah.
And it would have been a lot of money, because you got to think that's 7 times your $100. Everybody would have been getting $1,700 stimmy checks or something, right? From Robinhood. Robinhood just gave us them stimmies, and you still would have had half your bag remaining, because you only sold out half of it at that point. You would have made $1,700 or something, right? So that's what should have took place. But you know, they knew that the average American is lazy, and the average American didn't know how to buy it no other place but Robinhood. People was hitting me, how else can I get it? I'm like, bro, that's gonna be a job in itself for me to explain that. Me trying to explain you how you're gonna get it, because you can't get it on Coinbase, so you're gonna have to go to KuCoin, or have to go to Atomic Wallet, and then you're gonna get nervous, and then you're gonna be like, what I do here, what I do this, what does this mean? And it's not showing up right away. And I'm just like, man,
the same way with Bristol.
Yeah, he was the same way.
I'm like,
but he can honestly admit it.
Yeah,
you can admit it.
And I will say for the viewers though,
you can admit it.
Atomic is not that hard.
It isn't.
Yeah.
The only thing with Atomic is you're paying for that convenience. And once that's like, to me, I tell people all the time, like it's a starting point. I just wanted people to get into crypto and get comfortable with it. That's why I said, and Atomic teaches you some lessons. But once you start feeling really comfortable in Atomic, you should move to a KuCoin, because that's the ultimate step, is moving it into an exchange and learning how that platform looks, so you're not caught off guard when Atomic Wallet may or may not be working, right? Because the whole thing is like, I deal with a lot of different platforms, because if they close my Bank of America, I still got my TD Bank. They close my TD, I still got my Chase. If I had to close my Chase, I still got Wells Fargo, right? If you got that many bank accounts, you really ain't that concerned, like, unless it's a concerted effort, right? And then at that point, ain't nobody getting no money, because if they close all the exchanges, that means ain't nobody able to sell anyway. So
yeah,
the price is gonna go up, except for the rich people. They always can sell, because they got the button that they could get, they got the VIP access.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, I definitely like the strategy that you gave. I know you said you didn't have much time, but for the strategy, like taking out a personal loan, and then invest.
Yeah, that I wouldn't do that strategy.
I was about to be on it.
No, don't do it right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to do that move. That's how you leverage their money and kill them. You kill them. You kill them with that, man. They get so mad because you never spent your own money. Yeah. People do it all the time with other little hacks that you had, but people don't think about doing it with crypto, and they usually do it at the worst time, because the scariest time in crypto is the best time to do it, which is when the market is dead. It's like, man, Bitcoin went from 20K to 3,000, man. It's a wrap for it. Or it's at 4,000, man. Take that loan out. Take that loan out with the understanding you still gonna give it 2 years, right? Give it 2 years, meaning I'm probably gonna have to pay back that loan. But guess what? I told you it's layaway in the right direction, meaning you got you the Bitcoin you wanted right up front, and you're paying as you go. And guess what? As Bitcoin goes up, you're not paying more, because the loan stays the same the entire time.
Yeah.
Bitcoin can go up, so you can lose out on that.
You're right.
So I wouldn't suggest doing that right now, though. I would wait until Bitcoin is going, like, Bitcoin goes from like 70,000 to like 30,000, 20,000. You're like, oh my goodness, no, what's going on? You're like, yep, because if Bitcoin's that low, the other coins is lower.
Yeah.
And you could go in and scoot those up. Like, that's not really the strategy to do with Bitcoin right now, in my personal opinion. Now the strategy is find you these alternate coins, like, altcoins, they call them, which Ethereum used to be a good one, but Ethereum is almost considered not an altcoin to me no more. It's an altcoin, but it's not considered that. Find you the chain coins, the chain links, the Cardanos, the TRXs, the Electroniums, the XYO, which is super cheap. The VRAs, the B Pros, which is another game in crypto. I'm naming a whole bunch of ones that I own myself. I haven't named one that I didn't own myself.
I think you told me about H bar.
Yeah, H bar. People been giving it crap because they say that the white paper and what they actually doing is blah blah blah. I'm like, yo, you can say whatever you want about them. I've heard all kind of stuff about other crypto, but they got some kind of partnership with with Google. Google is working with H bar, so that's enough for me to say, you know what, it's 36 cents. I'll put some money into it and see what happened with it. You got Singularity Network, which somebody in the Discord was mentioning it. I owned it already, but seeing a person mention it made me buy some more. Because I'm like, all right, you knew the crypto, you talking about it. Let me go put some money, because that means you heard about it. That's artificial intelligence.
Yeah, you talked about that on your live. We was watching that when he brought that up. He brought it up on that one.
Yeah, you got HNT is the one I told you that I had to get on Binance. I actually had my boy buy it for me. I sent him the money. He bought it for me. He sent it to my wallet for me. HNT, that's helium. Look up that coin. It went from, in the last month, it went from $3.13 to as high as $9.99. Right now it's at $8.
What was the name of that coin again?
HNT.
HNT is what it's traded as, and the project is called Helium. Look that up. Look that project up. You got IOTA. You got Engine. Engine is a gaming token. Engine is crazy. I got Engine at like 30 cents. Yo, that joint at $2.22. It was as high as $3. $3, yo. That joint is up crazy in my joint. I got it for cheap. 30 cents, and now it's at $3, $2. That's a good come up. Filecoin was another one I mentioned to people. It's too expensive, I think, now for a lot of people. It's like $80. I told people to get it when it was like $20.
Damn.
Yeah, Filecoin is like, these are good projects too. Mana's still worth getting.
Yeah.
Tron.
I'm about to, as soon as we get done with this,
I'm adding Mana all week.
Look up VeChain. VeChain is a good one too. Yo, I remember when VeChain, I got VeChain at like a penny. Yo, that joint at 9 cents.
So all these is on KuCoin. I mean, or not KuCoin.
KuCoin.
Yeah.
All of them are on KuCoin.
Okay.
All of them are on KuCoin. The only one that's not on KuCoin is another one I mentioned recently, is Holochain. And that was another BWO member had brought it up in my live, and I told him thank you, because I used to own a lot of it. Holochain is another project worth putting a little money in and, see what happened with it. All of them ain't gonna go, to the moon, as they say. But
for the viewers out there listening, how to spell KuCoin is KuCoin.
Yeah,
in case y'all was looking for that.
KuCoin. And no, you can't buy directly with your debit card or your bank account. People always think that too. I'm like, nah, just because it say that don't mean it applies to you in the US. It doesn't apply to you in the US. Anybody in the US, Coinbase, Bittrex, Kraken, I guess. I don't mess with Kraken. Gemini, I don't mess with Gemini neither. But those are the places where you could buy with your bank account and your debit card in the US.
You got to take you got to buy Bitcoin or Ethereum. We really suggesting Bitcoin because them fees on Ethereum is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's the head $12 every time.
That's why I'm glad I waited, because I was about to buy Ethereum. I was sitting there, he was like, nah, don't buy Ethereum, buy Bitcoin.
That's the only reason we buying Bitcoin, family. So you take like $200, $300, buy the Bitcoin.
Send it
to Atomic or KuCoin.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Then you bust it down into your TRX, your Sol, your
ETN. Yep.
Your ETN, your H bar, your
whatever coin you want, coin it might not be nothing we talked about here. You might just be heard about something you want to get invested in. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, just do your research and understand, like, what is the problem this coin is solving, or what is the partnerships this coin has. And it's really good if you get the coin that has a good, use case, and you catch them. Like, I caught a lot of my friends that talk about it that know me. They be like, yo, I don't know how you knew. I caught Chain Link, which is Link, not Chain Game, Chain Link. I caught that joint at 46 cents, and I had to sell it because the damn Binance was shutting to the US. Did I sell it after? I think I still was able to make some of the profits. So it went from 46 cents to like $2 because it came out that Google partnered with them. Google uses Chainlink on they in a partnership with them. They working together heavy. So then Chainlink went to $2 and some change. Then for a long time it stayed there. And then recently Chainlink went from, I bought it again at $2. I sold that at like $2. I bought back in at like $2.46. Bought in at $4. Bought in at, the last time I bought it was $6. I joined at like $30, between $25 and $30 right now. Like, super investment, super good investment for me. And it just, I like the project. It just happened that they got the partnership to go with the project. That's when you meet the perfect storm, when it's a good project and then they get a great partnership that like it gets information gets out there, man. That price go up so hard because it's speculative. It's speculatory.
Speculative, yeah.
Speculatory. I'm tired. It's speculative, right? And they always say, I never understood this when I first got into crypto because they used to say that. They used to say, buy the rumor, sell the news. So what happens is you get hearing whispers, you be like, yo, let me get this coin. Once the news comes, a lot of people sell that joint. Because the news now, it can either validate or invalidate what was said. But usually what happens is like, okay, we knew they had a partnership. That's not really no news no more. So the coin might take a little dip. And if they ain't got it good news, it's definitely going to take a dip behind.
Yeah.
So, and just listen to people, man. I had people that was like, I do a little service every once in a while with people. I try to help them. They really want help. They'll pay me to help them get into crypto and teach them some game. And a good dude, I'm mad cool with the dude now, man. He's super dope, man. He put me onto a coin and he was coming to me for information, but I took I took what he said and I said, I'm gonna go look at it. Yo, I got it at like 2-3 cents. Clever. I should have got it at a penny because he told me at a penny and I was being a little slow moving. Yeah, that joint went up to like 16 cents. Clever, even right now is like 12 cents.
Okay.
So I made so much money off of that. I didn't even put a lot in there, and I made a good bag off of Clever.
Do you usually buy? Like, what do you?
I'm sorry, what?
Like, how many coins do you usually buy? Like,
I usually do $1 amount. I say, yo, man, I can mess around with this. I got this lying around. I do 200, 300, 400. Sometimes I do more than that. It just depends on how I feel. Like, what I'm trying to do in the next week is, because I see, BNB is another good project. BNB, Binance coin. That joint's crazy. It's expensive now, though. It's like $250. Still might be worth it because the charts is looking like it could shoot up to like 900, 800. But right now, what I'm doing is
what do you say, BNB?
Yeah, Binance coin.
Binance coin, yeah. What I do now is I've been looking at the charts and all of the thing that is like looking like a reverse head and shoulders. Like I told y'all, I'm trying to get some money in there, like not no $200, more than that, like good amount of money, because the returns on it might be crazy. The return, if it go up, if you could get into a coin and it could go up 3-4 times, man, and you could do that with 4 different coins and you could put in 1,000 a piece, you do the math on that. You could do more than that, you do the math on that. And only really 2 of them got to be right, or 1 of them got to be right, and it covers all of the other ones,
Yeah.
So, but you could do the same with the same amount of money, $200, the same concept. It's all what your pockets have for you right now. And that's a good strategy. Like, you don't want to learn, like Chris Cole talked about, like technicals is usually nonsense, man. That's just confusion. But every once in a while, knowing about them helps you because crypto right now is in a phase where it's going up. So these technicals are going to be in your favor right now. So the ones that look good in your favor will warn you, yo, this is an opportunity. And it will warn you, do not mess around. Wait right now because it's going to drop. Like, I be telling people, yo, shot up a lot. Bitcoin look like it's going to take a dip. Don't get nervous. I told people that one live. I said, it's probably going to drop like 30%. I think that's when it dropped back into the $40 range or something, $40,000 range. And so did all the coins. Bought in. They went back up. You make some money, and then just don't be afraid to pay yourself. That's like the last advice I would say, because that's always something that I had to work through when I first got into it. And my boy that I put on, he taught me to do that. He's like, man, you making too many good moves, but you ain't paying yourself. Then you ain't realizing no profits, until you pay yourself back. If you don't take the money out, you didn't win or lose, right?
Yeah.
But you definitely couldn't have won. You may lose, but you ain't win either. Now, if it goes back down and it's less than what you put in, you're definitely going to lose if you take out then. So when it goes up like 6 times, man, don't get greedy, unless you're in it for the long term. If you're in it for the long term, then leave it.
Yeah.
If not,
I'm like a little short term. I like to get it in quick.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm leaving all my coins
long
in.
term.
I'm trying to see when them joints go to Bitcoin stand.
But what I tell you is never sell out of all of your coins either.
Yeah.
Never sell all of them. Never do that. That's the worst feeling. Like, because the coin that you sold all out of, you look back a month later and that joint is crazy. Like, I should have just left 10 of them in there and I'd be back. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a lesson. That's what happened with me with Holochain.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be one of them dudes that be like, I bought this at 50 cents, now it's 50,000. Come buy my ebooks.
You crazy. You crazy.
Yo, that Jay is crazy, but
For
it's
real.
true. And you do that, and like I said, like maybe just like have a strategy. Like everybody got their own strategy that work for them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like you admitted that, yo, I like to get the quick return. I respect it because you know what you like. But now you got to be disciplined to have a plan of attack for that, because that's what happened. Like you got to be, when you thinking like that, it's a wise idea to say, yo, that joint go up 30%, get out of it. 30% take my profits, because some people like, nah, I want to get 10 times my money. It's like, bro, you got 8.5. Why didn't you cash out? I needed 10. And that joint plummeted back down, and now you in sad face.
Yeah.
So
I
longer term, you almost solidified in crypto making your money back in something when you do long term.
I say the most I might take out, like if it jump up 8-10 times, is my initial investment, and then maybe a couple little more dollars, but not nothing. I want to leave.
Smart.
I want to leave all my shit in. I want that shit to go $100 coins, $1,000 coins.
Well, sometimes too, you gotta be realistic where it's like, what is it gonna take for that coin to be $100 coin? Because like I said, some of these coins, there's 50 billion of them, bro, and there's only 3 billion in circulation. With me, you got 47 billion more coins to get out there before the joint is like no more can be made, right? There's no more out there to be found. So you got to be like, yo, if it went from 50 cents to $10, I think I should be happy with that. If it went from 50 cents to $2, that's really good, right? And take some of your bread and some of your profits and leave the rest. And then if you leave it over time, you could come back and then maybe you will do that. That's a wise decision in my personal opinion. But you know, there's no wrong way, man. There's just a way that you could be consistent, like right?
That Mana coin, I think that joint going like $50, $100.
Mana might be a $5 coin, yo. Mana might hit $5. Cardano is between $3 and $10. Look, perhaps we got to see. A lot of it too is like out of our control, right? A lot of it is out of like the market don't care about none of us. Like Chris Cole said, that joint don't care about none of us. Three of us does not matter how we feel. It is not trying to do us individually dirty, right? We're not even that important, right? We don't have that much Bitcoin for it to matter. And maybe we had a bag of Bitcoin. It might be like, hey, I'm trying to get some of them Bitcoin them dudes got. They got like 10,000 of them joints. I'm trying to get them, but. So what you got to realize is like the news outside of crypto can affect crypto in a positive way more now than in a negative way, because every time they give a stimulus, crypto's gonna benefit, because that's just showing you the devaluation of currencies. Yeah. So nobody's gonna feel comfortable holding dollars in their pocket. Everybody gonna feel comfortable with their Coinbase while it's saying, boom, I could turn this into some money at any drop of a dime, and it ain't going down. It's saying it's doing this, but it ain't doing this right now. And I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's gonna be something that drives Bitcoin up past 62,000 to the 70,000 range. I don't know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be something that takes place. Maybe some executive order that gets signed, or when the stock market crashes, watch crypto go crazy.
You were talking about that. That's why he said when that stock market crashed, I was just talking to Bristol about that. I was like, he don't really like the stock market like that. He trying to get out of it.
When the stock market crashes, all them rich people gonna run into crypto. All of that money that's trying to run away is gonna try to run and go into crypto, right? They think it's gonna go into gold and silver.
It's gonna
be way easier to get crypto than it is to get gold and silver. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't even know where to go buy some gold other than a pawn shop. And pawn shops don't have the infrastructure to handle that kind of influx of people coming to their door just for gold. They ain't got enough gold to sell in one location.
They're not even gonna give you a good price.
Nah, it ain't gonna. Yeah, exactly. It ain't gonna be a good price. They're gonna beat you over the head. So, and rich people are actually hoping for that too, because they're low key buying up a lot of crypto. They're buying it, man, because they don't like to lose. They like to win on both ends, right?
Yeah.
And they got a backup plan, so they cryptos, they backup.
They got mad plans, man. Yeah. They got so many plans.
That's how we should think as a backup plan. Not only have our money invested.
Yeah, but we don't get taught that. You know, like, did you learn about backup plans in North Carolina? I ain't learned about it in New York.
We ain't learned about stocks. We ain't learned about crypto. We ain't learned about shit.
Don't learn about none of that.
They said how to go to work, get a degree.
That's what a school should have. A school should have. Right now, a school should have basic math, which is up to third grade, basic English, which is up to third grade, basic science. Everything is up to 3rd grade. After 3rd grade, you should start learning about
real life shit.
Yeah, credit cards. You should start learning about real estate. You should start learning about crypto. You should start learning about
Cause I know grown people right now with a 0 credit score, like at 45, don't even.
Yeah, but credit is nonsense too, though. Credit is like the thing that's funny about credit. Like, this is why I try to tell people too that I know that I got jacked up credit. Like, my credit is not good for various reasons throughout my life. Now, I used to have really good credit, and I went through whatever I went through. My credit took a hit, right? But I knew crypto. You could get a loan in crypto, and they don't ask you your credit score.
Yeah, see, people don't even know that. If you got your savings account in Coinbase, you can get a whole damn loan with a whole better interest rate than any bank gonna
and that's
give.
just a whack ass Coinbase. You could go other places.
Yeah, that's just on whack Coinbase. You can do it on all the exchanges. You can do it
alone, man.
You can do it on your stock exchanges too.
You could do it against Tron too. Tron is called Just Lend.
So you can take a personal loan from Tron if you put your savings account on there. Your account around.
No, you got to put it in crypto. You got to put in some crypto on that platform. Like, let me see. I'll just show you the platform. It's called Just Lend.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. If he took like his savings account instead of holding it in the bank, you hold it.
You don't. Why would this is called Just Lend. Like, let me see. Yeah, that's how much I got in there. I'll lend out my joint to people, just a little bit, not crazy. It's called Just Lend. I don't know how clear it is to y'all. I'm trying to make it.
Yeah.
So, but the whole thing with Just Lend is leaving your money in the bank unless you're just using it to pay specific bills and day to day don't make no sense.
I mean, yeah, because it's not gaining no,
None of them is giving you 5%. The wackest cryptos is gonna give you 5%, 4% right now. On Coinbase, you could get 5% on Coinbase right now for some of these coins. So you get 5% of Cardano, and Cardano is a good coin, which means you're getting 5% on it. You don't want to sell it no time soon. You might as well make interest off of that money while you holding it anyway. Why wouldn't you do that? So you get 5% on your money.
Yeah, let your money work for let your money work for yourself.
Yeah, that's something that don't get taught in school. Health don't get taught in school. How to grow something, how not to destroy something. You know what I mean? Like,
same
classes that you learn, they don't teach us.
Thing you were talking about.
Yeah.
Same thing. We're talking about the life insurance. Let your money work for yourself.
Yeah, it's a crazy place with the life insurance, man. Yeah, life insurance. You could be your own car insurance with life insurance.
Yeah,
people don't know that.
It's go to anybody. I'm glad, man. I got y'all. And you in with them, man. I'm still young, man.
I just appreciate y'all giving me your time. I apologize for making this interview be way longer than it probably had to because
we good, man. We enjoy it, and we appreciate you.
But yeah, hopefully I was sounding somewhat like organizing out, scatterbrained. But yeah, that's what it is. Like NFTs, man. That should be a class. I'm sure it'll become a class now, but it should have been a class. Yeah. Cryptocurrency should have been getting taught since when Bitcoin shot up that last time. As soon as that happened, should have been classes being taught to all kids about. Because first of all, my kids all know how to use an iPad probably better than me.
Yeah,
all of them. My oldest is just turned 12, right? All of them can use an iPad better. So if they can use an iPad better, why are you just trying to make them use the iPad to only do YouTube, right, and watch other people do things? Why ain't you teaching them? Like, there's a program, man, and I know about it because of Mark Cuban and Shark Tank. I gotta find this lady. The lady, she has a program that's for kids friendly, and it teaches them how to code. I gotta find the name of it, man, because I'm supposed to find this for this program I'm about to do, hopefully at a school again. Yeah, for a school where I'm gonna teach them about cryptocurrency. Yeah. You know, and that's another thing I say. A lot of people don't want to volunteer, man. Volunteer, add some value, not just volunteer and be a coach, man. That's cool, man, but we more than just these athletes, man. We more than just their entertainment.
Like, only fucking like 0.5% of us, we spend all that time on football and basketball, and only 0.5% even make a fucking team, and even
make money.
A 0.5% even make money, last for like
it's crazy. and I like Dame Dash. I always give Dame Dash props because Dame Dash is always like, yo, that's like you got better chances of winning a lottery, yo, than making it to a league.
Yeah.
Right. And then the sports that you have a better chance of making it, they don't teach us. Soccer is not big in the Black community in America, and in baseball no more. And I grew up playing baseball. And I told people one of my lives, I said, you want to play baseball because baseball teach you a lot about finances and life. Baseball, if you hitting 300%, which is 3 out of 10, you're going to the Hall of Fame. You hit 400%, which is 4 out of 10 times, you're the greatest baseball player in the history of baseball, probably.
Yeah.
Because that's insane that you hit the ball 4 out of every 10 times, which means you're still not 50%, which is terrible in NBA. If you're a quarterback and you only complete 40% of your passes, you're never gonna make it.
You ain't even gonna make it in college.
You ain't gonna make it in college. You ain't gonna make it out of high school with them kind of, unless you can run like Michael Vick every play, right? So it's a lot of design to it, and the people don't want to talk about it. We be too busy to really talk about this stuff, and it makes a lot of people that are willing to talk about it frustrated. They feel lonely. They feel hard pressed, man, because what they're saying is absolutely fact. And a lot of people aren't privileged, I don't know what the term is, to be some, like, I went to a school where it was predominantly white at a point in time. At a part of my life where I could really see some stuff. I didn't really understand it, but I could see it because I was in high school. I got a scholarship. And I remember, man, a lot of these kids ain't even caring about playing the sports, right? I hurt my knee, so I stopped playing. And I was just like, I ain't going back. And they was like, you should try to play. I was like, I'm not trying to play. I don't got to play. I don't got to be an athlete because these kids ain't athletes. Yeah. These kids is goofy as a mug, man. They terrible, man. They ain't no athletes. And they were the best. We had a top-ranked kid at this sport. The only top-ranked kid in the whole school. Like, he was like number 2 in the whole country or something, right? Ranked top 10 in the world at squash. Squash, bro. Squash. They built the squash court just for this kid. That's how good he was. That he brought money to the school and notoriety by being squash because he could say he went to that school. And it was funny because I was like, yo, I never even heard of a black kid wanting to play squash. But guess what, squash? You can play squash until you're like 80 years old, bro. Like, just don't have bad knees and you're good. You ain't gonna get beat up. You ain't gonna get brain damage. You ain't gonna tear your shoulder. You ain't gonna have rotator cuff. You probably ain't gonna have no knee problems for the most part because it's not really that crazy of a wear and tear on your body. But all the sports we play destroy us mentally and physically most of the time. Oh, basketball does it. Yes, it does. Basketball destroys your spine and your knees. That's why a lot of these dudes be moving like Shaq. Like, hold on, Charles. Hold on. Wait a second. Yeah. Like they tore up, man. They tore up, man. They feet be like this. They feet be crazy. Football players' feet be like this, right? Yeah, and that's from basketball. Now, yeah, he's a multi-millionaire, but like you said, that's a percent of a percent. And was it worth him being damn near, like, fake half crippled? Like
was it worth it? Last couple of years on the court, he was just standing down there.
Terrible.
Like, y'all come back.
Pick me up, man. I'll wait for y'all. Like, but that's the whole, the whole gist of it. And I fell into the trap as a kid too. I love football. I thought I was gonna go to NFL. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the sports that people really that we like, but they make us not like, is like combat sports, which is actually better for your brain. I did a little project on this, how boxing is safer for your brain, and like it's like number 20 on the concussion protocol. You get more concussions in soccer, football, hockey. What was some wild sports, man? There was a lot of sports before boxing that you get a concussion in. But people see boxers like, yeah, look at that boxer. Don't be a boxer. Mm-hmm. The whole point of being a good boxer is not getting hit. Number one. Number two is weight restricted. So you're never going to be in a ring, excuse me, with somebody, my bad, y'all, with somebody bigger than like 5 pounds bigger than you. Football players, it'd be a 250-pound dude versus a 190-pound dude. That's a disaster waiting to happen, yo. And they both going at like 20 miles per hour, yo. That's a car wreck. Mm-hmm. That's a car wreck. So I had to come to that realization as an adult, like everything I thought was cool is not. Music is trash. Music is another one. Sports and music, entertainment stuff. The music it have a catchy beat. Listen to the lyrics, yo. Really listen to the lyrics. Even when you rapping along with it, I don't think we be understanding what we saying. And then to go listen, I said this in one of my lives. I said, go listen to a rock and roll song. Go listen to a country song. They're not gonna be going in on each other like that. They're not gonna talk about gunning each other down. They're not gonna be calling bitches hoes. They're not gonna be like niggas ain't shit. They ain't gonna be like get your money F niggas, get your money F bitches. They're not gonna say none of that. I listened to it just to make sure I wasn't bugging, yo. And it's just funny because that's our culture, though. That's what they constantly pump on our radio station. But you go to their radio station, and then you wonder why they be like, maybe they grab their white kid, like, don't listen to that music. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Because they know what that could do to you psychologically, man, over time. It's repetitive. Repetition, consistency is gonna it's gonna make you hate each other whether you realize it or not. Men and women, women and women, men and men. It's gonna make y'all not like one another. Now, I don't like that dude. You don't even know that dude. I don't like him. There's something about him. Like what?
Yeah.
Like what? Like it's different. It's different when it's like, what is it? Like bad vibe. They don't even say bad vibe. They say, I don't like the way he look. Like you don't like the way he look. Like what does that mean, bro? Like, but it's the music. You know what I'm saying? It's the music. It's the culture, and it's something that they keep pushing on us, and they don't push crypto on us. Like I said, I don't hear rappers talking about, yo, get you this mana. I just went done with some mana 10 times. Like, you don't hear that. They said you get the money, mess it up, get it back.
Yeah.
Why you gonna mess it up? Why can't you get the money, not mess it up, and then get it back and then do the right thing over and over again? Nobody talk about that. It's the truth, you know. I've been a victim of it. I've been a part of the problem, and
Me too, yeah.
I try not to be. You know, I try to do my little part, but I have to admit that to myself, and that's the music I grew up on. I'll be telling people this joint terrible. Like I drive around the car with like no music on all the time now. Like literally, I be in the car, no sound. Hear all of the noises in the car that you like. Wait a minute, what's that noise? Like I didn't hear that before. That noise been there, bro. The music was just too loud. You wasn't paying me no mind, but it made me feel better. I don't be feeling bad. You know, it make you angry, make you sad, make you like look at the person next to you like I don't trust you. Like music is tricky, man. Music is tricky, man.
Yeah, help you
music is tricky. Sports is tricky.
Yeah.
Play with your mind, man. TV is tricky too.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of TV. I like a lot of movies and stuff, but I be trying my best to not take it as entertainment. I be watching that joint like I'm reading one of them books that they tell us to read in VWO, bro. I be in the joint just like I don't really laugh. I just be looking like, okay, see what you're trying to do with this. All right, I see because if you see it in the movies, man, like it's just crazy, yo. It's just they just subtle things, but your unconscious can't differ. Your unconscious sees everything.
Right.
Only your conscious thinks that you ignore stuff. Yeah. Right. And you know, that's just lessons I learned throughout time, like talking to my wife and reading books and stuff like that. And I used to think that way, and I'm like, yo, man, that might be why I behave the way I behave. That might be why I do some of the things I do that you don't even know why you do some of the stuff sometimes, right? And like I said, like I just want people.
Yeah, if you dig into that wealth standard with Keys, he be talking about a lot of that.
Yeah, he's super intelligent, and
most
he's
of
super
the stuff we do, we done it since we were 7. It just grew up. But you learn everything. 95% of what you do is the way you was before you was 7.
What grade is that? Third grade.
Yep.
Third grade. What I say, you can stop learning all that other stuff after third grade and get into learning some real stuff. Third grade is your foundation grade.
Yeah.
That's what third grade is.
I felt in school, like around 4th, 5th grade, I was like, man, what are we doing?
Yeah, that's what everybody feels. 4th, 5th grade is like, people feel that way in third grade too, but at least in third grade, it's like, yo, I kind of do need this. I do need to know how to divide and multiply fractions. Yeah. But 4th grade is just like, I don't want to build a house. That's not what I want to do. Like, why do I need to know geometry? Or why do I need to know this or this thing? Like, man, it's just nonsense. So, but yeah, man, I appreciate y'all having me, man. I know I rambled on for too damn long, but
it's good, man. We appreciate. Yeah, we appreciate you.
Hopefully, your editing skills are phenomenal, sir. Because you're gonna need them.
We gonna try to make something work.
Nah, you gonna make it work, bro. But yeah, just keep. Don't scream and yell. Don't scream and yell. Don't scream and yell. My son is yelling.
He's good. Well, what's
but I would like I said, I would tell everybody like just keep just go out there and learn about this crypto, man. Make time. Hey, what's up, Devin? Make time. Like you gotta make time because that's the only thing you can control is what you do with your time. Like, you know, like I told you, like, and you can find a way. You could be at work listening and learning about crypto the whole time as long as you don't got a job where you got to respond to people all the time. Like, if you out there, like, digging holes and, you know, working on a construction site, holding the sign up, man, put the headphones in, have the YouTube video playing in your pocket, and just listen because your ears is absorbing it. They say the only thing you can't close is your ears. You can close your eyes, you can close your mouth, you can close your nose, but you can't really close your ears.
Yeah,
that's why
I definitely can't do it where I work at. They go blank on me.
Yeah, you can, but as long as you're only working 8-hour days, you can allocate 2.5 hours every day or more So that's it, yo. I ain't gonna know none of the newest dances. I ain't gonna know none of these newest memes. I ain't gonna know about nothing, but I'm gonna learn this crypto every day. And if you single, ain't got no kids, bro, you're in a good position.
Yeah, I'm gonna show them the sites you gave me. I'm gonna invest in. We're gonna do a video next week. I'm gonna wait wait 2 weeks, and I'm gonna show them a before and after, just to show them, because a lot of people, you can see something, they don't believe it.
You talking about the crypto? I said, if you get them today, you're gonna be able to show them something probably in a couple weeks.
Yeah, because everything down right now.
It's down right now.
What that mean? Buy the discount. Buy it at discount. It's down.
I'm trying to buy today. Today's a good day, and I'll give you I would say I only usually show it when the joint is like went up crazy. You know, if it only went up a little bit, it's like people don't get excited about that for some reason because they don't have realistic goals too. Like 30% is a lot, people. If you put in $100 and you get back $130, like that's a successful business.
Yeah, especially
and if you keep doing it over time consistently, it ends up adding up to a lot. That's what that Chris Cole dude with BWO we try to share with people too. But we got these, like I said, the music. Yo, I'm gonna get 100 and I'm gonna flip it to $1 million. It's like what, bro? Like what are you doing? If all you rappers is doing this, why are you even rapping? Like. If you was doing that in the streets, why are you even rapping, yo? Because that doesn't make sense. Because I'm good at basic math, and that just told me you made millions of dollars off of not even having to sell your soul to no label.
It draws the viewers in. It draws.
It's a lie, man. It's not the truth. It's BS.
Like brother Kim say, we know they capping.
Man. Like, and it's just like, man, we ain't got no evolution to music no more. It's like. And then there's a few people out there like that I really think what they doing is crazy. Like I always like Kanye, but I'll leave y'all with what's the name? Cactus Jack. What's the name?
His name is what's that?
Travis Scott.
Travis Scott, yeah.
Oh.
Yo, he did a virtual show. He didn't do it on he did it on a video game. That dude is smart.
That's somebody I could see doing that.
He probably will do it. He might be the one that does it. But the thing is too, I don't know if his trajectory is still going as fast up as it is. He might be leveling off more now.
I don't know, because he just came out with like some wine or something, and that joint sold out in the 24 hours.
Yo, but he got all kind of fans, bro.
Yeah,
he got all kind of fans.
That's what I'm saying. He got them crazy fans that's in that gaming and shit. If he do that.
He did it with Fortnite. That was brilliant, yo. He had a whole thing with Fortnite. He makes good business moves, man. Yeah, super good business moves. And he keeps his group of friends that are like into that, like you said, they're into that. So they tell him, yo, you should do this. And he's like, all right, let's do it. And he just does it, man. He made a whole theme park. He had a whole theme park for his show. He opened a theme park, man. Like, I don't know no musician that ever thought to open a theme park of their own for a limited time, you know. So he's definitely smart with those moves. Travis Scott might be the guy to do it. Probably. He might be.
Yeah.
He might be, man. But I guess I'll leave y'all with that, man. Hopefully that was a good ending to it all. But yeah, if you get some today and you could take a show before and the next day or two, and you give it 3 weeks from now,
I'm gonna show you. When we get on the phone call, I'm about to, because I got everything set up.
You know what time it is. He know what he's doing. So
that's what I say. That's what I say. So
I'm trying to find some more money.
You can do $50 here, $50 here, and just space them out, and then try to space them out into different sectors.
Yeah,
because you got the gaming sector, you got the NFT sector, which is kind of the same. You got the DeFi, which is decentralized finance. You got the utility sector, which I call utility, meaning like electronium. You got Bitcoin. You got Chainlink, which is dealing with like a Google, and that's Oracle technology. See, these are different sectors. They crypto, but so what you're doing is you're hedging yourself a little bit. So just because one is down, the other one might be up, so it balances out your portfolio. And then when they both start moving up, that's when you start really making the gains.
Yeah,
that's just what I do, though.
You taught me stuff I wouldn't even learn. Like Bristol, I wouldn't even learn this in 10 years, 15 years. And just what an hour worth of time giving $1 million worth of games. Like I say, you can become $1 million.
Y'all see it, man, but a lot of people don't think that way. They don't understand it. And then
I'm telling you, bro, you up next, man. You gonna make some thousandaires, some millionaires.
I hope so. That's what I want. I told you I don't really like being the only one with this crypto little bit of money. Like, I'd rather everybody else have it too with me. Then I could be like, hey, let's go do something with this money. Let's go make a move.
I hate to drive in my neighborhood with a Hellcat, and like you say, somebody try to gun me down when they could have been doing the same thing I was doing.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful, man. You just gotta move. I don't really worry about that, but I just know that that's a reality. Mm-hmm. I just try to like be myself.
Yeah.
If you just try to share that information with people genuinely all the time, and they know you've been doing it, they don't really look at you like that, man. They just be on some bogus stuff usually, but people be in their feelings, whatever, man. But I told people now, man, I'm on my I told you so joint, because for some reason when Black people tell people, they act like they never heard it before. So you gotta tell them you told them so. Not because you really want to, just like, no, you're not gonna get away with it this time.
Right.
Because there's a bunch of dudes, there's dudes out here like that I respect. There's a dude, they took him off YouTube. His name is Trevon James. He's like one of the only Black YouTubers I've really ever come across. Trevon James, he young, light skin, he from Florida. Mm-hmm. Man, you talking about bag of crypto? He been in crypto since 2012, yo. Think about that. He been in crypto since 2012. All he do is YouTube. Well, what he did, I think they kicked him off YouTube. He don't even know why. He said they kicked him off probably because he was just being real. But man, listen, man, that dude.
You gotta watch what you say. That's how they did Nick Cannon, you know.
Brother Bean.
Yeah, well, that's why you use crypto, because in crypto you can say whatever you want. Mm-hmm. You can't get censored. That's library coin, library credits, LBC. That's the name of that coin. It's like decentralized YouTube.
Okay.
LBC is the coin, and the name of the project is Library Credits.
Okay.
I own some of that too.
Okay.
Good project to be on.
Cool coin.
Nah, I had to get that on Bittrex, I think. Bittrex was the only place I could get that. Bittrex is US though.
Yeah, I'm still working on setting my Bittrex up because I kind of like Bittrex. I kind of like Bittrex a little bit more.
Right. You could buy certain coins straight with your debit card on Bittrex too, like real quick. Like, boom, I want to buy my debit card this much, boom. But if you, all of them, you can't do that with on Bittrex. Only certain ones for whatever reason, which is weird, bro.
But yeah, Jake, we gonna let you go, man. We done held you.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
We appreciate you, bro. And if y'all want to find
a great night, man. I sure y'all hit me up, man. You know how to get in contact with me. I'll respond back. Sometimes not right away because I ain't always on there, but just text me, and I usually reach back out, man. I ain't like that.
And again, if y'all want to find him, he go live twice a week, right? Wednesday and Sunday.
Usually I try to do Sundays and Wednesdays, like around 7 p.m. Eastern.
Accumulate_Jake on IG. And you can get this free game twice a week. There should be no excuse.
Yeah, for the time being, until I disappear, maybe when one of these coins go through the roof, then I'm gonna be out.
Till the market crash.
Take a break. When the market, listen, everybody in the BW know if the market crash, they're gonna all disappear on everybody. Like, I'm good. Everybody in BWO know what we talk about.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's like, what is BWO? NWA? Nah, it's BWO. But
BWO.
If that market crashes in May.
Hey,
it's gonna be a lot of happy people, Black people walking around the world, man. In the US,
hey,
a lot of smiles. I'm telling you, I come say what up to Bristol. Like, hey, I'm bored, man. I just decided to come over there.
Check So, again, Mr. Jake, we do thank you for coming on the show. Again, BLM family, we do thank y'all and appreciate y'all for still sticking with us on this journey. Like I say, please utilize the information that we're giving y'all because it is accurate. It can change your life. So, like I said, until next time, from me, Bristol, and our guest